Hello Year 11 and welcome to Lesson 1 of this week's learning. We are still continuing with Health and the People and we're looking at beginnings of change, as you can see at the top of the screen. This is the last lesson on Renaissance medicine. So the three things we're looking at today is to know the old and new methods of treatments during the Renaissance, understand a man called John Hunter and how he contributed to surgery during the Renaissance, and to evaluate how much change and continuity is taking place. So the third and final activity is to do a review of both medieval and Renaissance medicine so far. We've got a collection of keywords. Please pause the video now and have a look at those keywords. So the first task is to know the old and new methods of the Renaissance. So the first thing you're going to do is open the document entitled Renaissance Healers and Treatments. And developing students, I would like you to create a 10-question quiz. There are 5 sections, so you need to have 2 questions for each section. 1 question must be on the old methods and the old treatments that have been used, so methods that have been used in the medieval time period, and 1 question should be about a new treatment that healer is now using. Secure students, you are to create 15 quiz questions instead. You're going to have 3 questions for each section, and the third question is going to actually be about the healer. So what type of healer are they, or what type of education, if they've had any, a question about the actual healer themselves. And mastered, you're to create 15 questions as well. You're to have 3 questions for each section, but you should have 1 question about treatment, 1 question about the actual healer, so the treatment that healer uses and the healer, and the third question needs to be about the progress of medicine, linking either to beliefs about the causes or treatments. So the third question needs to be 1 for each healer, but it needs to be linked to what they believed or what type of treatments they were using. You do not need to do every task for this, so developing students only do the developing task, mastered students only do the mastered task. Once you finish, take a picture of the work and upload onto class charts. The second activity, you need to watch the video, which is about John Hunter, and read through these 9 facts. John Hunter contributed to both knowledge of the anatomy and to surgery, and also he was a teacher, so he was teaching his fellow students how to be a good doctor. So, developing students, I would like you to create a 6-sided storyboard of the works of Hunter, using the video and the 9 facts to create the storyboard. Secure students, I would like you to do a different task. Hunter was a teacher. He had many students, one most famously would be Edward Jenner, which we'll be looking at later on in the week. I would like you to create 2 mind maps. 1 mind map about his methods and techniques. So how did he go about researching? How did he go about finding out new evidence? The other mind map is to look at the impact he had on surgery in particular. Okay. And mastered students, I would like you to do the mind maps as well. So you're going to complete the secure, but I would like you then to go over your mind map and highlight the similar ideas to Hippocrates and Galen. So is he teaching his students anything that's very similar, like observation, recording, dissection, etc.? Is he similar to Hippocrates and Galen? And I would like you then, finally, the only extra bit is then to predict what type of doctor his student Edward Jenner is going to be. As I said, we're going to be looking at Jenner later on in the week. What type of student, what type of doctor would Edward Jenner be? Take a picture of your storyboard or your mind maps and upload that onto class charts. And finally, we're looking actually how much progress has been made. We're looking at around 750 years worth of history, looking at the medieval period from circa 1000, so roughly around 1000, all the way up to 1750. We're comparing 2 time periods. So for the students that are developing, I would like you to create a list of all the knowledge, treatments, surgery, public health and hospitals and I would like you to compare how much change has taken place and how much has continued. So I would like a list of change and continued. How to do this is to look at your previous knowledge, revision cards and your green revision guide. So again, I would like a list of things that have changed and things that have stayed the same. Secure students, I would like you to create your own line chart like you can see on the screen now. And I would like you to make your own judgments. I've put together some potential ideas you could use. Again, we've got the 5 different categories, and I would like you to add examples and facts of change and continuity to your graph. It's down to your judgment, so I'm not expecting your graph to look like mine. Master's students, you're going to do a similar activity, but instead of using a line chart, you're going to use a radar chart, and you're going to again add evidence of change and continuity over time. And again, I would like your overall assessment. How much has changed? How much has continued to be the same? Please use the examples on the screen, and we're going to be putting together a separate video to explain how to do a radar chart in case you haven't come across one of these before. I would like you to then record a video or a sound recording of you explaining your opinion about progress, how much change and how much continuity there've been. And I would also like a photograph of your chart as well. So I'd like a photograph of your chart and a video or a sound recording for you explaining your own progress chart. Can you please upload that onto Class Charts when you're done? So finally, just to recap what you need to be completing. You need to take a picture of the quiz questions and your answers. You need to take a picture of the storyboard or your mind map, and you need to record a video or audio of you explaining your graph with an image of your graph. Again, please make sure it's clear whether you've done developing, secure or mastered, and we look forward to seeing your work.